It's honestly a tribute to my grandfather. Um, and I want to share how much he meant to me. Yeah. My heart stopped on October 4th at 10 p.m. The world carried on while I stayed. My life interrupted. Breath stolen. On the other side of the world, the person I drew my strength and courage from drew his last breath. I wasn't there to hold his hand. I wasn't there for his kisses. I wasn't there to hug him and shoulder the weight he carried. I wasn't there. I was all alone in an empty building, striving to finish school and earn my degree, struggling to find my footing, desperately holding the pieces shattering inside of me. An echo of all that once was, an echo of a goodbye. I made my grandpa cry when I was 14 years old. I'm sitting in the back seat of my dad's car between my grandparents, and I tell him how proud I am of him for serving his country, for raising three headstrong daughters, for instilling values and morals in me. The silence is thick and stilling. I'm only 2 years younger than he was when he ran away from home to go serve his country. It blows my mind he was tasked with such high responsibilities on such young, tender shoulders. He reaches out and takes my hand and turns to look out the window. He probably feels uncomfortable and doesn't want anyone to see him battle his inner self, but I saw how he discreetly wiped his eyes, and that made him the strongest person in the world to me. His father was the last person he had made proud. His father taught him to work hard and to live off the land. He knew his father loved him and supported him no matter what. He felt invincible and unstoppable at 16 and carried that strong determination and self assurance his whole life. I never met my great grandpa, but the lineage that connects us makes me feel like I've known him my whole life. Through my grandpa's kind eyes and brave heart, through my mom's lovely smile and determined soul, through the voice in my heart when I'm at my lowest, and especially when our sweet tooth takes over rational thinking, I feel the surge of our connection. I remember when I was 4, counting fireflies on a warm summer evening. Just as the sun is losing heat, a breeze is carrying the early scent of petrichor. The air is heavy with jasmine flowers in full bloom, mixed with the burning wick and incense from my grandma's evening prayers. My grandpa's booming laughter cuts through as he holds up the water hose to give me rainbows, right as the last rays of the sun is winking through the canopies. I've seen my grandpa cry exactly 3 times in my life. The second time was when I realized that the strongest person I knew wasn't strong enough to get by. He's hooked up to machines while I stand on the other side of the class. It takes everything in him to raise his hand and give me a wave. That tiny little wave shatters me and puts me back together in a heartbeat. While I'm choking on my tears, I see his tears soak up the pillow. That wave was just for me to know he's okay and still hanging on, stubborn as ever to let anything bring him down. 5 years later, I saw him for the last time when I flew back home because his health wasn't what it used to be. I stayed by his side the entire 2 weeks and we celebrated 4 birthdays together. He cried for the third and last time just as I was leaving. His favorite radio was playing an evergreen in the background, and he smelled like sunshine, clove, and Old Spice. He took my hands and placed them near his face, next to the mole he told me would blast off if I ever touched it for more than 5 seconds. His eyes twinkled with good mischief. He said, "Poof!" We laughed through our tears as he held my hands and kissed them, oh so gently. He knew. He knew and accepted the shifting tides. His eyes were telling me the truth. My heart vehemently objected. His hands held me tight to share all that strength and wisdom he had, while I held on to sunshine, clove, and allspice. My life was forever altered on October 4th at 10 p.m. I hope I can share with my own little ones of how we are extraordinarily connected through love that transcends time. We will meet again in another lifetime, where our hearts will continue to race with laughter and adventure. Here's to you, Anisha.